It can't be real.
My name is Evan, and for most of my life I lived comfortably in the shadows. I was the quiet one the kind people forget in group photos, the polite smile in the corner, the voice that rarely rose above a murmur. I never minded it. Silence can be a sanctuary. But on the night of Sarah's engagement party, something in the air shifted. Sarah, my closest friend for years, glowed beneath the chandelier, her glittering dress catching every stray beam of light as she leaned into her fiancé, Blake. He was everything I wasn't: tall, charismatic, magnetic, a man who commanded space without effort. A sting of something I refused to name curled in my chest. Jealousy, maybe. Loss, perhaps. The room buzzed with laughter and clinking glasses as I lingered near the drink table. I watched Sarah and Blake sway together, her smile tender enough to silence the world around her. I pretended it didn't hurt. Then Derek, Blake's smug friend with a talent for cheap humiliation, strode toward me. "Well, Evan," he boomed for half the party to hear, "still sitting alone? Shouldn't you be home reading some sad book about unrequited love?" Heat crawled up my neck. The old instinct shrink, fade, disappear rose like a tide. But something inside me snapped differently this time. Quiet does not mean powerless. A slow dance began. Couples drifted to the center. Derek nudged me again, smirking. "Go on, man. Show us what you've got." I didn't answer. I simply breathed and stepped forward. And for the first time in my life, every eye followed. The night of silence began to tremble with possibility. As I approached the dance floor, whispers rippled through the guests. Sarah paused mid-sway, surprise sparking in her eyes. Blake's confident smirk flickered. Derek's grin faltered. That alone was almost satisfying. But then I saw her, Leia, Sarah's younger cousin. Petite, with a nervous posture and emerald eyes sparkling with shyness. She stood in the corner like someone who also preferred the quiet edges of life. I stopped before her. "Dance with me?" I asked, soft but steady. "Me," she breathed. "Yes, just for this song." After a heartbeat of hesitation, she placed her hand in mine. We stepped onto the floor, moving gently, slowly. Shoulder brushing shoulder, the room fell into an expectant hush. And suddenly the whispers shifted. "Who's that with Evan? He looks confident. Look at them move." For the first time, my silence didn't hide me. It revealed me. Sarah's smile dimmed slightly, not in jealousy, but in recognition. She had never seen this version of me. Blake stiffened. Derek's smirk crumbled. We danced, and the crowd watched astonished. When the final note lingered, Leia laid her head lightly on my shoulder, and a few gasps fluttered through the room. "Thank you," she whispered. "I haven't had this much fun in forever." I didn't need a single sharp word. My answer to humiliation was simple: a dance, a quiet reclamation of myself. And the room finally heard me. The next song burst forth lively and bright. Eyes were still locked on us, curious, mesmerized. Derek tried to swoop in, but I didn't even look at him. I simply caught Leia's hand and spun her with purposeful elegance. The crowd reacted, a collective, startled inhale. Blake stepped toward me. "Evan, wait." But the words died at my expression. I was no longer the invisible friend he pitied. And he knew it. Sarah watched closely, her champagne glass trembling faintly. For the first time, she wasn't looking at Blake, she was looking at me. The music guided us in sweeping turns. Leia's delighted laughter rang out like a spark in the air. Whispers circled us like a storm. "He's actually good. Look at her smile." "Evan's different tonight." As the song surged toward its peak, I lifted Leia slightly, turning her beneath my arm in a graceful arc. Applause erupted, actual applause. Derek's face crimsoned with impotent fury. Blake stared like he'd underestimated the wrong man. Sarah's lips parted in a conflicted gasp. The room had turned, not violently, not loudly, but decisively. Tonight, the quiet one was the storm. Admiration formed a ripple around us. People approached with compliments and bright-eyed respect. Blake's attempt at friendliness, a forced pat on my shoulder, felt hollow. Sarah approached, her expression unreadable. "Even," she began. I simply smiled. Some truths didn't need words. I had said everything already. Through it all, Leia stayed by my side, her fingers brushing mine with a shy familiarity that warmed me more than any applause. Later, I found myself on the balcony with Leia. "You really know how to make an impression," she teased. I shrugged, smiling. "Sometimes you don't need fireworks to be seen. Just a quiet move at the right time." She laughed, a gentle, melodic sound, and for a moment, I realized how rare it was to feel seen and understood. For years, I had accepted invisibility as my identity. But standing there, I understood something new. Invisibility isn't a destiny. It's a choice. And tonight, I had chosen differently. Quietly, I stepped into myself. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more stories.